Hello and welcome to this intuitive advent with me, Ruth Ann Richards. For 22 days in December, from the 1st to the 22nd of December, each day I'm going to be sharing an intuitive advent, an insight that can help us go deeper. It's part of our Soulful Winter Journey and exploring really what's in the depths of our soul, about our beliefs and about our conditioning. So each day there's a little guidance, little message and some questions for you to think about to help you spend time this winter being soulful. I hope you enjoy it. If you have been doing some soulful journey work this winter or throughout the year, or you've been going within more because you're feeling the inner turmoil, sometimes it can feel like your life is fractured, that life is in little bits of pieces and it lacks the coherence that you need to deal with everyday life. But when things are fractured, they can be repaired. So in the image before this, you saw the ice floes that had come apart, but they could all easily, through the tide, come back together again, through the tidal flow, come back together again and join up again. So if you're feeling that life is fractured or falling apart for you, know that this will pass. There will be a different flow that will happen in your life. You may not know when, you may not know how, but that's not yours to know. Yours is to trust that things can change and there will be a different flow to your life. And you can help that flow through trusting that that's going to change. But when we feel fractured, it can create heightened emotions. When we feel our emotions fractured, or actually when we feel we can't feel our emotions, that's when there is something serious to think about. Because if you can't feel your emotions, it is hard for you to process the things that are happening in your life and in the world. But being fractured isn't always a bad thing, because when things come apart, like those ice floes that you saw in the image before, the metaphor is when they come apart, they come back together again in a different way. And if you feel emotionally fractured, the way back to feeling whole again is through the coherence of heart, body, mind and soul, and it starts with the soul. Of course I'm going to say that. This is our Soulful Winter Journey and intuitive advent. But it starts with coherence, that personal coherence starts with the soul. So when you feel like things are fractured and life is in pieces, that's the start of a truly important transformation and change, because things will come back together. Some things may drift off, other things, new things may drift in, but pieces will come back together in a different way and you will be different. You will have a different way of being in the world, and that way of being in the world is soulful and intuitive, empowered. So if this is how you're feeling at the moment, take heart from, it's not going to last forever. Things will change. And because it feels difficult and challenging now and it makes you unhappy now, it's not always going to be like that, because there are other things that can come in that bring more happiness if you allow it to. So being fractured is one of those times when you can't make everything happen for yourself. You can't take all the actions. You sometimes just have to allow things in. You have to allow things in and receive them. And also take good care of yourself if you're feeling like that. You may need physical rest. You may need to rest your mind. Sleep is a great healer to allow emotions to process. It's a sign. Science has shown that when we have dreams and when we're in deep sleep at night, things are processing that have happened during the day to us, so we can let them go. So if you're feeling fractured, know this will pass. Know things will come back together for your own personal coherence, for your heart, body, and mind and soul. They will come back to a different way to before, and that means that you are transforming. You are transforming into a soulful being on this planet, and we need more of you to do that. Take care.